Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Warm welcome, one and all, to Nifty Banker, India's first retail Bank Nifty Traders Conference. Today is the eighth session of the conference series. With this, we will be successfully completing 50% of the classes. Today's topic is mainly based on how to generate more returns from Bank Nifty exchange traded funds. Today's speaker is Mr. Santosh Pasi, the founder of Pasi Technologies, my very good friend, an options guru, trainer. He is a techie by profession. He is a PMP, he is an MBA, he is an MCA. So he has multiple degrees to his kitty. He has trained more than 800 people so far across India and abroad. He is also a certified scuba diver. Oh, Santosh, that's news to me. And his option strategy tool is very popular in India. He is one of the well-known successful option traders whom I know. Santosh, on behalf of the entire audience, I extend my warm welcome to you into the program.
Thank you so much for the introduction and thank you for giving me opportunity over here. So thanks to Traders Gurukul and Ashok, your team. You guys are doing really wonderful work, especially during the last year during the COVID. Okay, and I hope to see you continue doing the good work in future. So let me move forward.
Yes,
So
please go
today's
ahead.
topic is
Thank you.
first of all, we will gonna talk about the ETF. So in India, most of the time we do try to find the multi-baggers in the stocks. Okay. But if you ask me personally, I like to promote ETF rather than going for the stock or the cash trading. Okay. So we're gonna see what is ETF trading, and then we're gonna see example of Bank Nifty ETF. Before we move, okay. So that's because we are in the regulator industry. So that's a disclosure and disclaimer. Disclaimer. I hope you gonna respect that. And let's move forward. That's a short introduction about me. So most of you guys knows about me. Ashok has just said, yeah. So I'm a CISA, CMP, double masters plus, and I am certified. At the same time, yeah, I've done 3 levels of scuba diving. So I've certified for the 3 different levels. And we do need adrenaline. Okay, so initially I used to do a lot of swimming, ice skating, roller skating. So I've done a lot of crazy stuff. Okay, before jumping to the options trading. So let me move forward. Today's agenda is we're going to start with the introduction of ETF. Okay, so still it looks like a crazy buzzword for us. It is not widely used in the industry. So we're going to see what is exactly ETF and why we should go ahead with the ETF trading. Then we're going to see what are the different options available for the Bank Nifty ETF, and then we're going to see if there is some opportunity to generate additional income from those ETF, and then we're going to have a questionnaire session. So let me move forward. So normally, if you ask a lot of guys, hey, what do you trade? So they're gonna say, hey, we trade a cash market. We try to identify some stocks, maybe Reliance, maybe HDFC Bank, and we try to hold that, okay, for a long term. So that is the way they try to do it. And then a lot of guys would say, what are the best practice in the industry? Okay, so the answer would be, hey, don't go in the single stock. You have to find out a bunch of the stocks separated by the sectors. We need to have a sector levels and different asset class. Those are the best practices that needs to be followed. Okay, so you have to, in that case, you have to diversify. You have to take a few stocks that would be in the tech industry, few stocks in the power sector, few stocks maybe in the telecom, and that way you have to diversify your portfolio so that you could be in the safe hand in the future. Okay, so instead of doing that, I normally say don't try to go and do a stock or the cash trading. Rather, switch to the ETF trading. Okay, so what are the ETF? It is basically a basket of the securities. Okay, so it is not a single stock. Here we do have a like basket of securities. So you may go and identify like Bank Nifty ETF or maybe Nifty ETFs. Okay, there are other gold ETFs. So those things are there. You can just do a Bank Nifty ETF. In that case, instead of trading a single bank like HDFC Bank, maybe ICICI Bank, or maybe HDFC Bank, it's better to go and trade a Bank Nifty ETF. So instead of buying those stocks, we are buying a Bank Nifty itself, and that can be held for a long duration. Unfortunately, if you go and buy a future, then you have to roll over month by month. Okay, that would be again rollover cost would be there, and that's not the best practice. Instead of that, you can go for a Bank Nifty ETF. Okay, and buy today, and you can hold as long as you wish. So ETFs are basically maybe index fund, maybe other kind of funds, but it is a basket of the securities, and that reflects some kind of your index, okay, or maybe underline, okay. So in this case, if I'm saying index fund, it means it's gonna reflect me a certain index over here. And if you see the components of this ETFs, if I'm saying a Nifty ETF, or if I say Bank Nifty ETFs, in that case, Bank Nifty ETFs will have a 95% assets of a Bank Nifty, and 5% it asset could be mutual funds or could be some slightly variation. So let's say example, like earlier it may happen that Yes Bank could be a part of a Bank Nifty ETF, but as Yes Bank is out of the Bank Nifty, or maybe something happened like that, then a new stronger player would come into Yes Bank's place, and that would replace ITF. Okay, so you have to switch at your end. So the ETF fund managers, they will take care of it. By rule, they have 95% assets that will reflect the index. Okay, and 5% is a variation. That could be maybe some bonds or maybe some mutual funds could be possible. Okay, and then we in the Indian market we do have option like we can go for a Nifty ETF. In fact, I do have a lot of portfolio that reflects the Nifty ETFs. You may go for Bank Nifty ETFs, or you may even go for a gold ETFs. Okay, so you have to keep a certain threshold that okay, I'm gonna have one lot of Nifty ETFs. Then later I'm gonna add one lot of Bank Nifty ETFs. Then I'm gonna add one lot of gold ETFs or some other asset class ETFs. So that way you are segregating your ETFs into a different asset class. So may I move forward, guys? Until I hope it is clear. Okay, now question comes: why should we trade ETF? Okay, instead of trading a Yes Bank or maybe a HDFC Bank or SBI Bank, or ICICI Bank, I would say it's better to trade ETF because ease of transaction is there. So instead of buying HDFC Bank, same way you have to do the transaction, and you can buy the Bank Nifty ETFs. Okay, so there is no difference. Instead of buying a HDFC Bank, you can just go and buy a Bank Nifty ETF. Okay, and if you're thinking that, okay, instead of this, can I go to mutual fund? So in case of mutual fund, you have to wait, and only you can do the end of day or end of week kind of transaction. And so it's not as easy as these guys. Okay. Ease of liquidity. So if you see, especially the Nifty ETFs and the Bank Nifty, especially the Nippon ones, then there is enough liquidity there in the market. So you can just go, you can buy it, you can square it off as and when required. Low cost, because here we're not going into like a kind of coming in, coming out, those kind of diversifications are there, especially if you compare with the mutual fund. Okay, so there is exit cost, entry cost, those clauses are there. Those things are not there in the ETF. It is as good as trading a cash market. If I am buying a HDFC Bank, assume that, then there is no diversification. So if I say I want to buy just one unit of HDFC Bank, but I need to have a diversification, that is not possible. Versus if you're buying even one unit of Bank Nifty ETF, then you are actually buying the diversification. Okay, so one unit of ETF, Bank Nifty ETF, you may assume that it is having all the components of a Bank Nifty over there. Then it can be live traded, okay, versus if you're talking about the mutual funds, that can't be live traded. Okay, so here you can go, you can buy it today, you can wait for T plus 2 days, and you can square it off. And remember, we do have a lot of open-ended index ETF, so there is nothing like a close that you have. There is some kind of locking periods are there. Especially if you're going for the mutual funds, then we do have some sort of locking periods are there. So if you compare mutual funds versus cash market versus ETFs, I would say that go for the ETFs instead of going for cash market or mutual funds. I hope that makes sense, everyone, until now. Okay, so I haven't got any questions, so I'm going to move forward. Thank you. And let's move next one. Now, question comes here. Okay, I'm going to buy ETFs. Then what is I'm looking forward? Okay, so I'm going to say if you're buying any asset class, say cash market or maybe any mutual funds, we are looking at long-term appreciation. So that is exactly what is we are looking here also. Okay, so if you're buying a Bank Nifty ETFs, I'm not buying this for trading activity, rather I'm buying as an investment. So I'm going to hold it maybe for 10 years, maybe for the 15 years, maybe for 20 years, so that it will have a long-term capital appreciation. And remember, it's going to reflect your bank nifty. So bank nifty is going up, or if you're going for nifty ETF, so it's going to just reflect the nifty ETFs actually. So both, if you see the chart of nifty or maybe bank nifties, I would say those are like teenagers at the moment, because they are just 20 years old or maybe 21 years old. So it's so still long way to go. In that case, it would be a good time to initiate maybe a nifty ETFs in your portfolio, or maybe a bank nifty ETFs. So here, mota mota, if you ask me, I'm looking for a long term. I'm not, interested like do a short term trading here. Next comes if you're buying the stocks. Let's say I bought a Reliance, or I bought a HDFC Bank, or maybe, for example, a Yes Bank. Okay, so in that case, what happens? You have to keep a watch on that stocks. Okay, on that company. Are there some corporate announcements? Are there? If some bad corporate announcements are there, in that case, it may go down. Okay, so you have to keep a watch on the that. But if you're taking a Nifty or Bank Nifty, you have to least worried about that, because there is no corporate announcements. Okay. At the same time, we're going to have although we're going to have a RBI or FM announcement, they may reflect for a short duration, but a long term, I don't think Nifty or Bank Nifties are made to go down. Okay. So if I ask you, hey, what is a Nifty 50? So what is the answer, guys? What is Nifty 50 in a short term? Or if I ask you what is a Bank Nifty, then what? How do you going to describe that, guys? Can you put it on the chat? What is a Nifty 50, or maybe a say what is a Bank Nifty? Can you read, Ashok? I'm not able to. Okay, let me maximize that. Yeah. So, guys, can you describe what is Nifty 50? Nifty 50 is much easier to understand. So that's why I'm asking. What is Nifty 50? Yes, that's correct. It's a basket of 50 stocks, but not just 50 stocks. It is a basket of top 50 stocks. Can I call it that way? Top 50 based on the market capitalization. Okay, so if I talk about Nifty, it is a top 50. Same if I ask about the Bank Nifty, you can say it is a top 50 banks in the Indian market. Okay, or maybe top 10 banks, 11 banks in the market. Is that correct? Everyone do agree with that? Okay, so if you say, I'm saying, if I'm buying a Nifty 50, okay, it means I'm buying the top 50 companies in the Indian market. So assume that Nifty 50 is like my IPO team. So I'm buying the IPO team. The name is Nifty 50, and where always I'm going to have a 50 top participants in the market. Okay, so if some player is uh, is weak, he will be thrown out of that, and the new strongest player would be part of my team. Does it make sense, guys? That is what Nifty 50. Yes or no? Yeah, so same way Bank Nifty. So if you buying a Bank Nifty, it means you are always with the top 10 or 11 banks in the India. So if some banks goes for the toss for whatever reasons, the next would replace it. Okay, so you will be always with the strong players. Okay, so in your team, you're gonna have maybe top 50 or maybe top 10 or 11 players would be there in your team always. In that case, these assets, especially the Nifty 50 or Bank Nifty, are made to grow up. Okay, are made to go up only. That is a long-term view. Does it make sense, everyone? Do you agree with this statement? Okay. So here you don't have to worry about any kind of like corporate announcements. Okay. And the best part is that if you're trading a bank nifty or nifty ETFs, so maybe indices, so there is no kind of a ban period. Okay. Versus if you're buying the stocks, so sometimes because of open interest limits, okay, it may go into a ban period. That doesn't happen with this kind of asset class. Okay. Next, you don't have to worry about the leadership change in the organization. Okay, so assume that Yes Bank CEO is changed, so bank may go for the toss. Okay, that doesn't happen with the Nifty 50 or Bank Nifty, or maybe especially the index ETFs, because